Welcome to the second episode of Uncurated. Uncurated is a platform where we talk about real life issues uncurated! Today, we're going to talk about careers. Guys, how did you all decide what you wanted to study?
As long as I can remember, I always knew I wanted to do law, like somehow. Maybe attributed to the fact that like I love Boston Legal, I love Ally McBeal, and Let's Be Real, Legally Blonde as well. And those TVB law dramas lah. So I always knew like I wanted to do law. When you read the newspaper, okay, last time I got no astro, so I read newspaper. I don't know about you, but I used to read newspaper as like
I used to read the back page lah.
So it's like there's a lot of bad stuff that happens, you know. So if I can somehow get equipped with some sort of like legal knowledge, and when you see in the drama, right, like the lawyers they solve a lot of things lah, and then they really can help people. So that was the idealistic side of me that wanted to do law.
For me, at the age of 18, I had absolutely no clue what I wanted to do. Because to be honest, all I cared about was football. To make it seem like as if I knew exactly what I wanted to do is absolutely wrong. Just to have parental advice and guidance to help me decide, I think that was helpful.
Law was the big thing in my head at that time. It was super cool. Oh, I want to be a lawyer. Being in court, you know, debate with people, scolding people, slamming the table.
Since I was very young, at a young age, it was drilled into me that there are only 5 options that I had when it comes to deciding what to study. I could either be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, architect, accountant, or a failure. I like writing, so I thought that maybe a career in journalism would be an interesting option to explore. But then my mom, I really remember my mom was like, Aaron, you're gonna die in Iraq. Don't.
What? My parents actually never wanted to be a lawyer.
What did they want you to do?
Doctor. The most popular Asian.
Asian
popular choice.
Put these sort of professionals on a pedestal. Uncle this is a lawyer, uncle that, auntie this is a doctor. Those were the 4 professions. To them, these are the professional careers that one can pursue. Being qualified into any of these 4 professions, you have a higher chance to command a good income and also a great chance to be perceived, to be respected in society.
What they say is very informed by their upbringing as well.
Fair enough.
Once you finish your degree, you finish this milestone in life, and then you, at that point of time, it's like it's always very sad, right? Degree, job, marry, have kids.
It's like a process. And I think you can't blame them so much
Yeah.
also because that is the environment they grew up in.
Yeah.
There's the time they grew up in, their parents went through war.
Yeah.
And for them, the first thing is to get educated formally, right? Was a privilege in of itself. And to do it and to earn a certain amount of income is such a priority because they were living in poverty, and I think we would not fully appreciate that. Our generation may not fully appreciate that.
Yeah, they didn't have the privilege of like finding my passion,
Correct,
you know, which is
correct.
something that like we will talk about a bit more, I think.
Yeah, our generation has that
Yeah.
mental space to think about find my passion.
Yeah.
For them was just get food on the table.
Yeah.
Amma, I tell something.
What is it?
Amma, I want to be engineer when I grow up lah.
What did you say?
I really want to be engineer, Amma.
Hey, how many times must I tell you lah? Only 4 professions can make money lah, donkey! Huh? YouTuber, musician, artist, podcaster! Huh? You want to start your whole life become engineer, huh, donkey?
Why, Amma? But I think I'm very passionate lah. I really want to be engineer.
Appa Amma work so hard every day, huh? Send you all the tuitions all, and now you're telling me you want to become engineer, huh? You want to get nice backing, huh? You want to get nice backing. Say you want to become engineer somehow, huh? Bloody get him a bloody fool, huh? Aiyo, huh? You better listen to Appa Amma, okay? We say become YouTuber, okay? Okay, Amma. YouTuber, huh?
What was your parents' reaction when you told them you wanted to not be a lawyer anymore? Like what was that like, man?
I was practicing law, especially towards the last few months. I was having a really tough time with my previous boss. So my parents knew what I was going through and they were supportive of my decision to leave the law firm, not the profession.
Not the law.
Don't you dare leave law, don't you dare!
In their minds, they were thinking, okay, my son is just going to leave this law firm, he's going to move on to another law firm. Right? So when I told them, guys, I may be thinking of doing something else,
Oh dear.
yeah, they were very upset. They even said things like, and will never accept what they're doing.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm thinking, it doesn't matter which firm I go into. It's just by the nature of the profession, nature of the work that I think. It's not something that I could do. I feel that my gifts, my natural tendencies are better suited in other professions.
I can imagine that like Chinese New Year must have been
Oh.
tough. Like
Oh, yeah.
okay guys, let's be real. Parental pressure is one thing, right?
Yeah.
But societal pressure, uncle pressure, like
Give you ang pao, Aaron still lawyer, not lawyer anymore. Don't need ang pao lah.
no lah, but like exaggeration aside, like you know, the parental pressure, the uncle pressure, it's all real. But like, how do we feel about the pressure within ourselves? I think for me, right, I'm gonna be honest, like I really grappled with that. You know, like when I left, similar to Aaron, I left the law. It wasn't, although I enjoyed my time being a lawyer and I really loved what I studied, but I just don't see myself doing that for the rest of my life. After leaving the law, like I have to be honest, and like the first few months, maybe even like the first year itself, I did feel like, oh my gosh, a bit lost, you know, like suddenly sesat sikit. Then when I was filling out these forms that ask you like to write what your job is, right, your occupation, I'm like, oh my god, what do I write? Because I was studying at the time, so I wrote
Unemployed.
Unemployed.
So for me, right, I've never had a career transition. I'm still in my first job for 6 years now, and I absolutely love it. But at the same time, I'm very observant to what I can learn. Each year, I actually keep a journal to see what am I learning, what are my key competencies which I've developed, and learning from it. I think it's so important to be objective about what you're learning. So even in the instance where I want to transfer or to transition to another career, I already know what are my skills which I've gained throughout these years. I think that's so important.
I think the biggest learning for me when it comes to all the career transitions that I made is not making career choices based on people's opinion, other people's opinions. Yes, you need to consult people who are wiser than you. Yes, you need to consult people who you trust. But at the same time, there's only so much influence that you should allow them into your life. You need to think for yourself.
For me, right, I would say the biggest learning that I had about myself is to always know your non-negotiables. Know what you will stand for and what you won't stand for. In my future careers, it needs to be something that aligns with my core values and are things that I will not compromise on. So, you know, when you have this list that you have in your head, and then it makes it very easy for you to be able to know what career to enter, what sort of workplace, what jobs, what bosses to work for.
This different career paths that I did before is actually indeed a learning path for me. So actually I learned more in those days working as different jobs compared to my degree.
So even if you're in a career which you feel that you're not really certain about whether you want to commit to the long term and you're thinking of transitioning, just rest assured that you know this whatever you're doing now is not a waste at all.
Yeah.
To ask someone at the age of 18 to make a career decision at that age, I think it's overwhelming. You know, how can we make a decision for the 30-40 years of our remaining career life based on what 3 or 4 years of working experience and 3 or 4 years of study? We don't know.
We don't have enough data to project so far in the future. So the only thing that we can do is perhaps just try, not be afraid to fail.
And failure is not really failure,
Yeah.
because you're still learning something from it.
Yes, that's good.
So even if that career is not something you want to do in the long term, there is something you can take from it.
I rather risk disappointing my parents for a short period of time rather than risk resenting them in the long term.
Wow.
Dude, that's powerful, man.
Powerful.
Even though I may lead a very comfortable life, they'd be very happy whenever during family gatherings they can say, you know,
My son's a lawyer.
my son's a lawyer, and stuff like that.
What's your son doing, huh?
But there is a chance that, you know, in 20 years time, even though I'm very comfortable and my parents are happy, I may not be happy. And then I'll resent them. I can never take back all those times. I can never take back.
You can't realize it already.
I can't relive that. These relatives and these friends, although they love us, they saw us grow up. But that's it. You know, when they ask you how you're doing, what sort of work you're doing, honestly, it's just to fill up conversation. Once that moment has passed, they go back home. They won't think about you again until the next funeral, until the next wedding, the next funeral.
I think the danger is when you tie your career to who you are as a person. Like when your identity becomes your job, right? It kind of becomes blurred in the process. You kind of lose a sense of who you are. And honestly, like I would say what I learned throughout, like especially in the past 2 years, you know, being an MBA student, I learned that honestly what you do doesn't define who you are as a person. And it's so easy to let it define who you are, especially, you know, society, your parents or friends, family, all that sort of thing. especially in a career like law, right, where people somehow glorify it. I don't know, like it's a noble profession, don't get me wrong, but when after a while, when you unwittingly allow it to become who you are, that's when you have the danger of letting it conflate your own value.
I feel that sometimes when you're so engrossed with your own career, right, you feel to say things in the beginning. All you live in, you eat, breathe. For example, a lawyer would eat, breathe, sleep law. You're unable to see the world in a bigger perspective. And I think there's a danger with over-identifying your career. You can have conversations with people from other careers and stretch your imagination.
Stretch
so
your
if
circle.
you are within a specific professional field, make friends with people who are not in the same field.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's so important because if not, your mind will just be so narrow in that small bubble, like as if the whole world revolves around that particular career. Which, let me tell you, it does not.
And that's all we have for today, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below if you have any other perspectives to share. We look forward to seeing you at next week's episode of Uncurated. Bye!